So NBA free agency has started, and Wes Matthews, one of the first guys to go to a new ball club. So Wes Matthews signs with the Lakers, the former Milwaukee Buck, and it's a 1-year, $3.5 million deal. And the Lakers are already making two moves in this early offseason, with Dennis Schroeder on Sunday in a trade with the Thunder, and now signing Matthews to the veteran minimum. But anyway, Matthews, he's going to take Danny Green's spot on this team, and maybe even Caldwell Pope, because Pope, he's going to get way more money than the $3.5 million thrown out there to Wes Matthews. But Matthews, last year, only 7.5 points a game, 1.5 threes. He didn't really have a role with Milwaukee, and I don't think he'll have fantasy value here with the Lakers. He's more of a depth guy. This guy, some people hear the name and still think it's the days when he was on Portland and Dallas, but that's not the case. At this point, he's a role player. He's bounced around now the last few seasons with the Bucks, the Knicks, and the Pacers. So Wes Matthews, he's a veteran. He'll help the Lakers in that aspect, but I don't think he has much of a fantasy impact. Also, he had a bad torn Achilles a few years ago, which took a step or two away from him. But Matthews, it's a decent signing. He's going to be there to hit spot threes, or just a veteran you need in a pinch off the bench. I don't think he's going to start for the Lakers unless they lose a bunch of more guys like Rondo, Pope, and Avery Bradley. But now he's just there on the minimum deal. We'll see what he can do. But as far as fantasy basketball, he's a guy I'm not going to worry about, or a guy I'm going to draft. He's a guy that's going to sit on the free agents. Like I said, even if he is a starter, if all those guys leave LA, his usage and his categories, he's not going to do much. He'll be a three-point specialist, if that, for the Lakers, is Wes Matthews. So as far as fantasy basketball, he's not worth a draft night pick in your fantasy leagues. He'll be a free agent most of the year. Last year, he barely even played, it seemed like, with Milwaukee, unless the games were a blowout. So Wes Matthews signs with the Lakers, one of the first dominoes to fall. But as far as fantasy basketball, I'm not going to draft him or go out of my way off of just name recognition. His best years are behind him, but he's still a solid signing for the LA Lakers.